Have you ever picked up your phone just to check one notification? But somehow 30 minutes disappear, and before you even realize it, your study time is gone, and your workout gets postponed, and your work remains unfinished, and another day ends with the same sentence: I'll start tomorrow. See, most of the people think their phone is the problem, but that's not true, because your phone isn't controlling you. Your habits are. And that's why deleting Instagram for one day or switching off your phone for one weekend doesn't really solve anything, because after a few days, you install everything again and you go back to the same routine. So now let me ask you one simple question. If your screen time stayed exactly the same for the next 5 years, how much of your life would disappear? Think about it. Because 5 hours every single day and 35 hours every week, it more than 70 days every year just looking at a screen. And the scary part is, most of us don't even remember what we watched yesterday. Because our phone gives us entertainment, but it steals something much more valuable from us: our attention, our focus, and our time. See, this isn't happening because you're lazy, and it's not because you have no discipline. It's because your brain is working exactly the way it was designed to work. And once you understand how it works, then breaking your phone addiction becomes much easier than you think. So in this video, I'm going to share 5 simple habits that will help you take back control of your phone. And if you stay until the end, I'll also show you a simple phone routine that can reduce your screen time without deleting every app. So without wasting any more time, let's get into the video. Stop fighting your brain. See, most of the people think they're addicted because they don't have enough self-control. But science says something different. Every time you receive a notification, then your brain releases a small amount of dopamine. Now, most of the people think dopamine is the happy chemical, but that's not exactly true, because dopamine is actually the chemical of anticipation. It makes your brain think, maybe someone liked your photo on Instagram, or maybe your friend sent a message. Then your brain becomes curious, and curiosity makes you check your phone, even when nothing important is there. And that's why sometimes you unlock your phone, then suddenly forget why you picked it up, because your habit became automatic. Think about a slot machine in a casino. People don't keep pulling the lever because they always win, but they keep pulling it because sometimes they win, and that uncertainty keeps them playing. And your phone works almost the same way, because sometimes you see something boring, and sometimes you see something exciting, and your brain keeps checking because it never knows what comes next. And psychologists call this variable reward, and it's one of the strongest habit loops ever discovered. So if your phone feels impossible to ignore, then don't blame yourself, because your brain is simply doing what it was designed to do. So here's the solution. Don't depend on willpower. Reduce the triggers, like turn off unnecessary notifications, especially from social media, because every notification is like someone knocking on your brain. The fewer knocks you hear, the easier it becomes to stay focused. Remember this: you don't need stronger discipline, but you need fewer temptations. Make your phone harder to reach. Let me ask you something. When you're studying, where is your phone? Like next to your notebook, inside your pocket, or right beside your pillow? See, it looks harmless, but science says otherwise. Researchers found that even when your phone is turned off, but just seeing it nearby can reduce your focus, because one part of your brain is always thinking, what if someone messages me? And what if I miss something? And that tiny thought quietly steals your attention. So now imagine trying to study while someone keeps whispering your name every few minutes. Could you stay focused? Probably not, because your phone does exactly the same thing, not by making noise, but by simply being there. That's why many students sit for 3 hours, but only learn few information, because their attention keeps breaking again and again. So here's one small habit. Whenever you're about to study, then put your phone in another room, not face down and not silent, but another room, because when your phone is farther away, then your temptation becomes weaker, and every time you make distractions harder, then good habits become more easier. So remember this: distance creates discipline. Replace scrolling before you remove it. Here's the mistake almost everyone makes. They wake up one morning and say, I'm quitting social media forever. Then day 1 goes well. Then day 2 feels little difficult. Then day 3, they're watching reels again. Not because they failed, but because the brain hates empty spaces. See, your phone isn't only giving you entertainment, it's also filling moments of boredom, like waiting for the bus, and standing in a line, and eating lunch, and walking alone. So now every free minute gets filled with scrolling, and over the time, your brain forgets how to be bored. But here's something interesting. Researchers have found that boredom actually helps creativity because when your mind isn't busy consuming of information, then it starts creating ideas. That's why some of your best ideas come while taking a shower or going for a walk or simply staring out of the window. Because your brain finally gets time to think. So don't just remove scrolling, replace it. Instead of opening Instagram, read one page of a book. And instead of watching YouTube shorts, take a 5-minute walk. And instead of checking your phone, sit quietly for 2 minutes. So these habits may feel boring at first, but after a few days, your brain slowly starts enjoying slower dopamine again. And that's when something amazing happens. Your focus comes back, then your mind feels calmer. And suddenly, living without your phone doesn't feel impossible anymore because you didn't just remove a bad habit, you replaced it with a better one. Train your brain to focus again. See, one of the biggest problems today isn't phone addiction, it's attention addiction, because every day your brain jumps from Instagram to YouTube to WhatsApp to music to another app. At first, this feels normal. But slowly, your brain forgets how to focus. Think about a flashlight. When all the light stays in one direction, it becomes bright. But if you keep moving it every second, then nothing gets enough light, and your attention works exactly the same way. Every time you switch tasks, then your brain needs time to come back. And psychologists call this attention residue. That means even after you stop checking your phone, but part of your attention stays there. You're reading your textbook, but one part of your brain is still thinking, I should check that notification later. I'll just look for 1 minute. And that's why one notification can destroy 30 minutes of focus. But here's the good news. Your attention can be trained again, just like a muscle. So here's one simple challenge. Every day, practice 20 minutes without touching your phone. Study, read, write, or simply work. If your mind tells you, check your phone, but don't do it. Just continue. Because the first few days, it feels uncomfortable, and your brain will keep asking for stimulation. That's completely normal because you're training it to enjoy deep focus again. Then after a week, 20 minutes becomes easy. Then it becomes 30 and 45. Then you'll realize something. The phone isn't controlling you anymore because your focus became stronger than your temptation. So remember this, focus isn't something you're born with. It's something you train. So now we've understood something important. Your phone isn't the real enemy. The real enemy is the habits you've built around it. And once you change those habits, then your screen time starts falling naturally. But there's one final habit that quietly controls everything. It's the habit almost nobody notices. It's the biggest reason people always go back to their phone addiction. And after that, I'll show you a simple daily phone routine that students can actually follow without deleting every app. Stop ending your day with your phone. See, most of the people think their phone addiction starts in the morning. But that's not true, because it actually starts the night before. Let me explain. After a long day, you finally lie down on your bed. You tell yourself, I'll just watch one video. Then one video becomes 5, 5 becomes 20, and suddenly it's 1 a.m. Now here's the problem. It's not only stealing your sleep, it's making tomorrow even harder. Because when you sleep less, then your brain becomes tired. Then it starts looking for quick dopamine. That's why researchers have found that using your phone before sleep, especially watching bright screens, can reduce melatonin. Melatonin is the hormone that tells your body it's time to sleep. So when you keep scrolling at night, then your brain thinks it's still daytime. Then falling asleep becomes harder, and the next day, your focus becomes weaker. Now think about this. How can you expect your brain to stay focused for hours when it never got enough rest? Because focus starts with good sleep, not good motivation. So here's the solution. Create one simple rule. No phone for 30 minutes before sleeping. And instead, do something that calms your mind. Read 2 pages. Stretch your body. Write tomorrow's 3 important tasks. Or simply sit quietly. At first, your brain will feel bored because it's used to constant stimulation. But after a few days, then something changes. You fall asleep faster and you wake up fresher, and your desire to check your phone becomes much smaller. So remember this, the way you end your day decides how you begin the next one. The simple phone routine. So now, let's put everything together. Morning, the first 30 minutes after waking up, don't touch your phone. Drink water, stretch your body, and plan your top 3 tasks. During study, keep your phone in another room. If that's not possible, put it inside your bag and study for 45 minutes. Then take a 10-minute break. If you want to check your phone, do it during the break, not during your focus session. During the day, Turn off unnecessary notifications. Use social media only at fixed times, not every time you feel bored. If you're waiting somewhere, don't immediately open Instagram. Look around, take a walk, and let your brain breathe. Because boredom isn't your enemy, it's where creativity begins. Evening. After finishing your work, you can enjoy your phone, but enjoy it with intention, not automatically, because there's a big difference between using your phone and letting your phone use you. Night. 30 minutes before sleep, put your phone away, dim the lights, relax your mind, and prepare yourself for tomorrow. That's it. Nothing complicated. Just a few simple habits, repeated every single day, and over the time, they completely change your relationship with your phone. So finally, phone isn't the enemy. It's a tool can help you learn new skills, or it can help you build a business, or it can teach you almost anything. So the real problem is when you stop controlling it and it starts controlling you. So remember this, your phone takes only a few seconds to steal your attention, but getting that attention back can take hours. So if this video helped you, make sure to like this video and subscribe for more videos. And remember this, control your phone before your phone controls your life.